Bonjour, my name is David DeVere. I'm a wine educator and traveler, and this is Savvy Nomad TV, the eau de vie edition. This is day 8 of the Costco Wine Advent box. Every day I'm posting a review and a lesson on each one of these tiny little bottles of wine. Let's see what today holds for us. Okay, if the YouTube algorithm just made you stumble across this and you're joining me on day 8, you can watch all the previous lessons right here on this flyout card in this playlist. That's 7 days worth of wine tastings from this box. That's right, we are 1/3 done with the Advent calendar. I don't know how I feel about that. A little sad, I guess, but I'm having a good time. I hope you are too. All right. Every day they've been alternating whites, reds. I don't know what the wines are in the box. I haven't looked at any of them. I could. There's a link in the description to the producer. Anyway, I don't want to spoil my fun or yours. Yesterday we had a Pinot Grigio. That means today should be a red wine. Let's see what we get. My grid here, my cardboard grid, is starting to get kind of beat up as I punch more holes into it. I imagine by the time I get to the end, it's going to look terrible. Okay, here's 8. Open that up. And inside, I have Torrontes from Argentina. It's a white. They made me a liar. Oh well, let's try it. Okay, Torrontes, what do we know about it? It probably originated from Spain. There are DNA examples in Spain called Monastrell Blanco or Monastrell Blanco. I think I said that right. But they don't particularly make a very good wine. If you'll remember back to our Malbec, in France, Malbec is called Côte. And in Argentina, they call it Malbec. And in Argentina, it makes a really nice red wine. In Cahors, in France, Malbec doesn't. Also, Monastrell Blanco doesn't make a particularly interesting wine. It's not exported anywhere in Spain, but Torrontes, same grape, different name, planted in Argentina, has become Argentina's signature white wine. Why do you have all these different names for wines? And what happens in the world of wine? And why do they all come from France and Spain and Italy? The last question, I don't know. Ask evolution. A lot of really good grape varietals that make nice wine come from France and Spain and Italy. The French have done a particularly good job at exporting those grape varietals all over the world to create the world of wine. These grape varieties are known as the noble grape varieties. They are Riesling, which is German, Sauvignon Blanc, Chardonnay, Merlot, Cabernet Sauvignon, Syrah, and Pinot Noir. Those are the noble grapes. Those are the ones that when they pick up and leave Europe and go to a new place, they make good wine there too. Now there are other grapes that are not considered noble. They're considered the lesser grape varietals. Torrontes is one of them. Means that maybe in their home place they don't express themselves very good, but someplace new they become this. Or conversely, in their home place they express themselves really well, but when you move them someplace new, they don't really do that good. And Spain has another example of that. The Riojas of Spain are really good, but when they're growing them other places in the world, they're not so good. So there you are. Noble grapes travel well, non-noble grapes don't. And there's only 7 noble grape varieties. Torrontes is one of these weird ones that doesn't do particularly well in Spain, but in Argentina it does really well. So let's taste this. All right, before we open the wine, let's check the temperature. It is dark and lightly snowing this morning in northern Minnesota. This wine is 59.4 degrees. That is the temperature on the floor of my living room. That is slightly warmer than I would want, but not enough for me to employ the ice bucket and chill the wine. So I'm not gonna. If your wine is warmer, you need to use the ice bucket technique. If you don't have an ice bucket or you don't understand that, watch the Chardonnay video, the first one, and I talk about how to use an ice bucket. All right, Torrontes. This is a medium-bodied wine that has the aromas of cilantro. I know, that's really weird, but that's the signature aroma. If you smell cilantro, you know it's a Torrontes. Okay. Darn it, I forgot a glass again. I gotta go get one. Okay. Our Torrontes, let's put it in the glass and fill out the top of our chart. I've got day 8, Torrontes, Argentina, aged in stainless steel. Let's look at the color. Here's what the wine looks like. It is yellow. It is medium in its depth. Now, am I going to get cilantro out of this? Let's find out. Nope, no cilantro, but a sweet, fruity aroma. Grapefruit, maybe honey. Peaches. It smells nice. So there's 3 aromas here. And it smells good to me. I'm going to give it an 8. Okay, I'm going to taste it. Working through my chart, dry or sweet? Dry. The body is medium. And now the acidity. It had good acidity. I would say it's crisp. Is it supposed to be? Yes. Is that nice? Sure. So I'll give it a 7. Now, balance. Here's one thing that I noticed on the bottle. It said alcohol percentage. The alcohol percentage here is 13.9%. Now, labeling laws by the U.S. Tobacco Alcohol Bureau, I think that's what it is. The labeling laws that they say that the wine can be up to 1.5% off from its label. So this wine says it's 13.9%. That means it could actually be 15.4% alcohol, or it could be 12.4% alcohol. That's quite a range. 13.9, the reason I mention it, 13.9 is quite a lot for a white wine. Generally, they are lower alcohol wines. Reds are generally bigger alcohol wines. So this comes up in balance. Do I notice the alcohol? I did. It's a little bit warming. Does that mean it's out of balance? Not necessarily. It's a big alcohol wine. It's a little bit warming. It's a little bit warming down my throat. That's okay. That's all right. I think the balance is good. The acidity is nice. The balance, the alcohol is all right. It's a little bit spicy, and it's got the sugars are within reason. So I'm going to give it a 6 for balance, only because I just slightly notice the alcohol burn. 6. Now complexity. These are multiple new aromas. Do I get anything? No. I don't. Does that mean it's not complex? Yes. But boy, does it smell good. That first initial aroma from the glass is really nice. It's honey and grapefruit and fruit. But it's not overly complex. Is it disappointing? No, I would not say so. So I'm going to give it a 5. Look at this, 8, 7, 6, 5. Is my finish going to be a 4? Probably not. Because the finish is long, it's making me salivate. That's kind of a good thing. That's the acidity there, hitting my salivary glands. It's a nice long finish. It's a little bit unctuous. I think it's a good finish. Is it adding to the sensation? Yes, it actually is. This is probably one of our better finishing wines. It's actually adding to the sensation in my mouth. I like it. I'm going to give it an 8. And I'm going to say it's a long finish. All right, there it is. I'm going to go do my math. Okay, here are our scores for our Day 8 Torrontes. 8 for aroma, 7 for acidity, 6 for balance, 5 for complexity, and 8 for finish. 34 points plus 50 gives us 84 points, a respectable above average score. Now, the wine box has shown you the two primary grapes from Argentina, Malbec for reds and Torrontes for whites. What do you pair this with? Poultry, fish, seafood, light pasta, something like with without a cream sauce, something in an olive oil based sauce. What wouldn't you pair this with might be the better question. Since this is 13.9%, you wouldn't want to pair that with spicy food. You want to pair spicy food with sweet wines. If you pair high alcohol wines with spicy food, all that does is accentuate the spice. Spicier, 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 spicier doesn't make for a more pleasant feeling in the mouth. If we have a sweet wine in the box, I will talk about that when we get there. I hope we have a sweet wine. Where are the Rieslings? Okay. That's it for Day 8. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you do, give me a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing. And tell me how you liked this wine. Leave a comment below. I enjoy reading those. So until tomorrow, Day 9 coming up, I say a tutelare and cheers. It's getting more herbaceous. Do I notice this? A hint of cilantro? I think I do. I like this wine.
Hello. Well, I've been in the shower, so I heard nothing. I don't know what we're drinking. Oh, Torrontes. Huh. I don't know what Dave thinks. I don't know anything. Let's see. Oh my gosh, that smells good. First of all, very fruity, pretty color. It's like tropical fruits. It's like pineapple. Now that makes me want it to be sweet, but will it be? I don't know. Nice. Kind of a thicker mouthfeel. Sort of like that other one. What was it we had a couple days ago? I don't know. That was good. Nice finish. Kind of still fruity and refreshing, kind of cleansing. I don't really get any bitterness. I have a tiny bit of burning as it's coming down in the stomach. I don't know if that means it's high alcohol, but that is not going to deter me because this is yummy. Thanks. Cheers.